And we're going to start the night like this. The only railroad guaranteed not to break down. 100 years before the coal train, the real subway. Miss Moses' streamliner. John Parker's darker sparker. At night, no light, but a far star north. And way off, like a whistle or a horn, the black night fills our ears. We gon' go, has already gone. Choo-choo is a translation in somebody else's station. Hashtag woo-wee, woo, woo is its real sound. Far way up under the ground, way down. Woo-wee, woo, woo-wee. That's its real sound, underground. And then sometimes, if the night is cold and bright, that whistle cries like all through that night. That whistle cries and it moans. Wise, wise, wise. History Wise, number 22, Amiri Baraka. Welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, grab a microphone, and get comfortable. It's about to go down. Oh yeah. We here, y'all. Get excited. Evening and welcome to the online open mic presented by the legendary, that's right, the legendary New Eurekan Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know how we do. We've been doing this and doing this and doing this well. Welcome to episode 124. Can you dig it? And welcome to the last day of National Poetry Month. I hope all of you have been incredibly inspired. I hope all of you have been writing incredible poetry and have been inspired by all the prompts that have been running around this month. Listen, it has been an incredible month. Really, I hope you've been inspired and have written some incredible poetry. All right. We are here, as we are, every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on YouTube. If you're watching and you would like to join us in Zoom, the number's on your screen, 860-4964-4756. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust. We're going to show you this evening. We do this thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. So we would like to thank the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs, Bloomberg Philanthropies, the Howard Gilman Foundation, and the New York State Council on the Arts for hosting these free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to neweurekan.org/donate. Every increment counts and is very much appreciated. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech team in the business. The one and only Matthew Motto Keen is here. Storm Lake in the building. Jersey in the building. Learn about it. Also, one half of the dopest tag team hosting teams in the world. Make sure you plug in with Matthew Motto Keen. The one and only Brian Lee, Kid Kuza. That cat's all kinds of dope. As well as Ron Mark Thompson, a.k.a. RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be. All the way up in the BX. That dude's dope, man, for real. This is where you can find me, Elemental.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemental.com. So many things going on. Make sure you plug in, all right? Tonight's theme, Infinity Inc. Right Beyond Time, all right? This is really about, paying homage to the past, present, and future. The people who helped us get to this point, the people who inspire us now, and how we are trying to inspire the future. So, if your artwork is not on theme, that is still totally cool. We are still looking forward to all of your incredible genius that you have to share with us this evening. Next week's theme, which will be the first theme of May, right? Check it out. Weather report. Forecasting feelings, right? Listen, I think this is almost self-explanatory, right? You see the graphic, right? This is, how you can see what's coming based on sometimes some people's facial expressions or body language, right? This is going to be an interesting one, right? May is going to be an interesting month when it comes to themes. Here is a look at the upcoming themes for May. We're going to have a great time writing as we have all throughout April. All right, let's get to the rules so we can get to the artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic stage as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your artistic performance. All right, have your artwork ready. All right, we do have a full list this evening. And we want to make sure that everyone gets the same amount of time. Speaking of time, artists, you have 4 minutes to rock. You will see that a timer is now in your screen. It is counting down. You have 4 minutes to rock plus a 30-second grace period. Once you get to the end, you will hear this sound. You will have 30 seconds after that to wrap it up. All right? Please don't make us mute anyone. All right, keep it tight, keep it right, because we want to make sure that everyone is respected, the time, the space, and everyone don't get muted. All right, make sure you keep it within time, keep it tight, keep it right. All right, we have reached the time of night where, listen, you better know about it. All right, there are explicit lyricists in this community, and some may even bring about some triggering flashbacks. But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship, other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Fuck around and get cute and get the boot. For real. What we do is a living, breathing trigger warning. Thou hast been warned. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and they share a true essence of who they are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy, all of that exuberance with the audience. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. We're going to make sure it stays that way. So, share all of that energy and it will be returned to you in the performances of all of the community, all right? The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right? The sign-ups for the guaranteed list begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. To sign up, you go to newyourekan.org. You click on full events calendar. Then you click on the Thursday that you want to get down on, and once you do, you will need that artist RSVP ticket. These tickets do not populate until 24 hours before the show, all right? The Good Luck Round is still open this evening, so if you're looking to get on the Good Luck Round, please let us know. All right, tonight's list full of amazing artists, incredible geniuses that came to rock with us and do what they do best. So let's get to it. There's all my rowdy friends. here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? Oh my goodness. The Jedi Master is here. Sam Hardy is here. I'm loving the graphics, Sam. The Lantern Carrier is here. Ike Waltz. Haven't seen you in a bit, sir. Great to see you back. Dre in the building. Peace to the God, Bobby and Gomez here. Auntie April is here. Alan Gary. Poetastic is in the building. Yo! Charlie Miller, aka Sarah Small, is here. Welcome. It is great to see you. Winter Rose is here. Lady K in the building. Jesse, welcome back. Yo, a rock star stepped in the building. Shout out Medusa is Black. Spellbound in the building. Crazy work. Yo, it's going to be an interesting night, y'all. I hope y'all ready. I see you, Dre. I see you, right? It reminds me of what the Jedi Master does, right? For those of you who have never necessarily been privy to the Jedi Master in person, when he gets to the microphone, he always sprays whiskey on the mic, right? To get rid of all the bad spirits that may be on the stage or maybe on the microphone. I absolutely love that. I've never seen any other poet do that. Look, he's got it even in the Jack bottle. Like, I absolutely love that, man. For real. He absolutely does that. Appreciate you, Jedi Master, for always making sure that you cleanse the mic. For real. It's going to be an amazing night. Thank you all for being here. You could have been anywhere else in the world. Yeah, right. You're just a girl, Medusa. Gotta here. Right? Medusa is Black just happens to be the slam master of Spellbound Poetry. They are the number 3 ranked poetry team in the world, and she happens to be a giant amongst giants. So, I will post tonight's list in the chat. It is great to see you all. Thank you all for being here on another edition of Inferno Night. And tonight is going to be no different because it is full of amazing artists that came to rock with us. All right? So, let's get to it. Coming up first, as this gentleman has a way of doing, he just has a cheat code, like for real. And maybe it's just his positive energy that he puts into the universe that always allows him to find his way into the number 1 spot. He is the leadoff hitter of leadoff hitters. For real. He is a contributor to I Can't Breathe Volume 2. An amazing poet, always with a positive energy, always with a rhyme that's right on time. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Come on, Eddie. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Come on, man. Set it off this evening. Let's go.
And it's great to see you too, my brother. Like no other's word like thunder. And never forget that we love you, Ron Mark Thompson, and Matthew King too. Woo! Hello, my name is Ed Potational, feeling fantastic. Please, it's time to join my rhyme Fockle. I got one poem, so I won't take too much time. This part of the 30 to 30 poetry challenge. Happy last poetry month, but I hope you all are still writing and striving. But anyway, this is called Skinless Mantra. You're under my skin. Life's a crazy friend. Learning never ends. The inks moves again. We all have tattoos engraved in our bones. Virtues on the loose, not bound by stones. The needle of struggles, our ink bleeding lessons. The emblems of troubles, the burning of our sons. We are a rough canvas. The blood circles around. We are prickly cactus, making unique sounds. History painted inside, the bliss of ignorance. Watch how it dies, the wisdom of circumstance. Our emblems of art, showing all our might, the opening of hearts, making us radiantly bright. Those tattoos are us. Please no more fuss. It's our desires and lusts. Experience is a rush. Who cares if it's crazy? Let them understand. You're not lazy or hazy. Show off your land. You are a living masterpiece, a picture while a frame. Build yourself piece by piece. Life is a lawless game. Please show us your lines. Please show us your moons. Please show us your sunrise. Please show us your cartoons. Don't hide who you are. Don't hide your pain. Don't hide your scars. Don't hide your finger paint. Thank you.
Oh, come on, man. Like, there's nothing better than sometimes in cartoons and finger paint. For real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for
Yes,
Poetastic.
Yeah.
Thank
that's what I'm talking
you.
about. That's the way to start off the
Yeah.
night.
Yeah, don't hide your finger paint, whatever you do. That's just great advice.
Awesome job as always.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
For sure. For sure. Like, there's so much magic in finger paint, right? I love how you said we all have tattoos engraved in our bones. And that's an absolute truth, man. For real. Life is a lawless game. Please show us your cartoons. Listen, for the anime lovers in the world, for the animation lovers in the world, that's just life, right? There's life actually breathing in those spaces. So I have told my son, shout out my son, I have told him before, anime writers, for the folks who know, anime writers are the best writers in the world. I don't know how they do it consistently. They make grown people cry. They're amazing. For real. For the folks who know, they know. Appreciate you, Eddie, for doing all that you do and continuing to share it with us. You're absolutely amazing, sir. All right. Starship is underway, folks. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this gentleman he's just radio ready. Every time I hear him, I love his style. I love his voice. He writes the type of, I don't always want to necessarily call it poetry, because he does write poems, but he also writes these narratives, these stories, these storylines that just have a way of sticking to your bones. A la Mr. Chicken Soup himself, the one and only Alan Gary in the building. Come on, man. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Friends, you can follow me on my Alan Gary Facebook page. Tonight we celebrate lasting impressions, Infinity Inc. right beyond time. I share with you my joy and wonder for the foundation of it all, which fills the universe. Here's to keeping the beauty of existence alive. My piece, Elegy for a Word. You slipped from my tongue like a bird, taking flight into brighter skies, wings catching the gold of morning, each feather a syllable, each beat a pulse of meaning. Once you danced in every sentence, a ribbon of sound, a spark leaping from thought to thought, bridging the silence between strangers with a single shimmering jump. I remember the way you tasted, a hint of honey when sipped, a trace of rain on lips, the warmth of bread just broke. You carry the cacophony of crowd, the hush of libraries, the music of markets at dusk. You are a lantern of my voice, casting light into the corners of thought where shadows once lingered. Now you rest in the quiet garden of memory. Your letters curled like petals in the sun, their edges soft with time. No sorrow here, only the joy of knowing you lived well, that you married moments, giving gifts of loving meaning, that you were the bridge. The air still hums faintly with your echo, like the after ring, descending echo of a bell, long after the clapper has stilled. I speak you now with a smile, letting you rise again in the warmth surrounding, your syllables ringing like new morning bells, your vowels bright as glass in sunlight. Language moves on, yes, but you are a note in its endless song, woven into the fabric of speech, like a thread of gold no hand can pull free. And somewhere, even now, a child might find you in a dusty book, roll you on their tongue, and laugh at the way you sparkle, as if you had never been gone at all. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. I love people who love literature. It's amazing to hear them. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Alex.
Yes.
Gary.
Always bringing it. Always bringing it.
That's
That
beautiful.
poem, That poem
Amazing.
was so packed, you know,
Yes.
Ellen, just so many back-to-back great lines, just from the opening thing about slipped from my tongue like a bird, and that whole last a bit about the child. That was just so beautiful.
It's almost like you can't catch your breath because it's like you're taking a wait, wait, another. It was just amazing. Amazing
Thank
work.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, I really love the bird. When the bird took flight in this poem, the wings just had us all flying. Um, you said every feather a syllable, and I truly just I appreciate that imagery. Really, um, a taste of rain on lips, a hush of libraries, um, their edges soft with time. You are a note in its endless song. Find you in a dusty book. Listen, man. Do you know how many magical things we found in dusty books? Like everyone, I'm pretty sure everyone in here could name a movie or a story that started with a book, right? Where the first line or the first scene of a movie, they were opening a book or they were in a library, right? Especially for the anime folks, right? First one that comes to my mind is the Shield Hero, right? Adventures of the Shield Hero. It's a new anime, right? Reading this book and then boom, gets pulled into this world. The Never-Ending Story, of course. So I just love the perspective of being pulled into a story that someone in the future could find it in a dusty book and still be transported into a beautiful world of artistry and words. Amazing work, Alan. As always, thank you for all that you do, sir. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this incredible artist is a true representation of how a whisper becomes a roar. I love her work. I hope that her work continues to circulate throughout the world. I believe she has a coloring book. That is the graphic that you're seeing in her box right now. Make sure you are plugging in with the one and only Sam Hardy. Come on, Sam. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Yeah, this graphic is a really special one to me. It comes from my book of 12 issues of Zines. This is my girlfriend and me, and she's giving me a dirty look because I have way too much sugar in my Turkish tea. So she's not happy with me. Anyway, so yesterday I got an email telling me that a magazine called Trigger Warning has accepted 3 of my poems. One they're going to post in their next issue, their next magazine. And funny thing is, I submitted these 2 years ago. They're obscure poems. I'm going to read you the one I wrote. This is the only sex poem I've ever written. So I'm going to read it for you. Okay. It's called Stick. I miss our sex, so fast, crazy, energetic, lazy. We do it in the bed, sure, but also on the desk, on the couch, the dryer, in motion with paddles, scarves, and all kinds of lotions. But now you're gone, and I know you gotta miss it. Just come back and tell mama where you want me to kiss it. I mean, really, are we done? Not even one last lick? Let's throw ourselves against the counter and see if we stick. And then this week I wrote 2 additional poems. I think it was some kind of prompt. First was called Quiet Room. My mind is a quiet room. My idea has gone astray. Some call it writer's block. I just wish it'd go away. Walls don't answer back. Echoes fade too soon. I sit here waiting still for something to resume. I reach for words I knew, but they slip out of sight, like shadows in a corner that vanish in the light. The chair is still the same, the page is open wide, but every time I try to write, there's nothing left inside. I listen for a spark, a whisper, or a sound, but all I ever find is silence all around. Maybe the room is waiting, and so am I. And then my last one is called From. I am from Southern charm, cowboy hat, school prayer, Kicker boots, Dairy Queen, Astros games, old wheels on dusty roads, taco stands, saying yes ma'am, rodeo season, Sears and Roebuck, Tex-Mex, Baptist churches, NASA being relevant. You ask where I'm from, that's easy to describe, but ask me who I am and the job becomes more complex. I am welfare and food stamps. I am 30-minute school bus rides, children seen not heard, who shot the president, watching Watergate on TV, free school lunches, NASA space launch, ratify the ERA, Woodstock, happy culture, gay bars after 1 a.m., proud to be, Holly near music, Montrose Boulevard, Me Too, March on Washington, poems written at 3 a.m., musicians on subways, Bakuvat, sidewalk cafes, open mics on Zoom, answering 4 a.m. hotline calls, a childhood assault survivor, love over hate, blue over red, never quit, never stay silent again. Thank you.
Oh, now that's how you come through. You tear that shit down for real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Sam. Party.
Amazing.
That's how you end the
Awesome.
poem.
Oh, amazing.
Yes.
Fantastic. Everyone.
Mm-hmm.
The sex
Really.
one was fire. Woo!
Ugh.
Amazing.
I was like, yeah, Sam.
Yes.
All right.
Thank
Bringing out the paddle.
Yeah, I like that sixth poem because it was just about pleasure and nothing but pleasure. And it was all sort of conflict free. And that's hard to come by in life. So almost makes me envious. I'll have to get my chops up though, because I don't think I've ever done it on the dryer or the washing machine. Did you do that with the machine on? That'd probably be helpful, right?
Oh, yeah.
Anyway. And the second poem I like, it was this subtle poem about kind of, inner quiet and just sort of listening inwardly. I thought that was a really nice meditation on that. And the last poem was really a kind of a different take on an identity poem because you were listing all these experiences. It was kind of like a recipe of experiences that add up to make you. And when you hear identity poems, oftentimes they're not so I'm going to say kind of clean like that. They come with a lot of sort of pre-thought out ideas about what the person is, and they're kind of explaining their own ideas about themselves. But this was an identity that was just made of experiences, and I really liked that. It was kind of a tour down the menu of who you are.
For sure. Absolutely for sure. Like there is a level of controlled chaos in this poem. Your first poem, right? Like that's just like I tell folks sometimes, like you got to be careful how you say that shit to people, Sam. For real, you gonna have people come running back, like you said. Come back and tell mama where you want me to kiss it. Be careful with that shit. All right, be careful with that. As the Jedi Master said in your second poem, it is like a recenter, right? In your third poem, like I resonate so much with that. So many aspects of that poem. You said you come from taco stands, Tex-Mex, ask me who I am, 30-minute bus rides, gay bars after 1 a.m., the March on Washington. Like I really, really love how you put it in perspective for people, right? They may think they know about you, but when you tell them the real deal about where you're from, kind of lets them know you have no idea. So thank you for putting in that work. Amazing work as always. Thank you, Sam, for coming through and sharing it with us. All right, let's keep going. Coming up next, we're going to spin the chamber and see what we come up with this week. This amazing artist comes through. She has such a connection with her work. It's just looking forward to it, right? It's like a roulette wheel of what you're going to get with her work. But you better believe it's going to be potent as it usually is. The one and only Dre in the building. Come on, Dre. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Hi, excuse me. Dre poetry on Insta. So I was gonna. It's timeless. I was gonna write a Bible or something, or like start a whole that would like outlive me or something. But my attention span is like nah, and I got bored like halfway to God, I think. So instead, I just wrote commandments. But commandments for like for the street, for life, for living. So Kaye commandments. 1. Your word is currency. It compounds in the mouths of our people on the street, or it defaults you on your own block. Your word is name, is lineage, is spine. Break it. You walk crooked for generations. 2. How you move is a mirror of your mother in your mouth, your father in your hands, your ancestors testifying tomorrow's history through your eyes. 3. Mind the business that feeds you. Let them talk. Their mouths don't pay you. Their thoughts don't carry your dead home. 4. Don't fuck someone ever loved by any of your friends, not in their now, not in their past, not from 4th grade to the grave. Heartlines don't fade, they burn permanent. Respect the fuck out of love. 5. The children are ours, not mine, not yours, ours. We raise them like blood, even when there's no blood left. 6. Don't invite occupation. No social workers with judgments and kidnapping disguised as questions and concern. No missionaries with knives to cut that pulsing vein between lifeway, land, language, lineage, disguised as scripture dictionary for words we never before needed. Try, should, mine, almost, doubt. 7. Fuck gentrification without protection, without permission. They study us, then stage the theft of our home, of our culture, our language, even our drip, drawn from instinct, not Insta algorithms. Only to rename, rebrand, bleach it bland, tax our intellect as property while they walk around watered down copies. Aesthetic worse than the worst, not it, knockoffs. Giving Fendi with a crooked Y. Stale cigarette smelling coochie with loose seams. 2001, hell no, cringe. Feeling flawless, walking like mirrors ain't laughing behind their backs. 8. Call on each other. Never call pigs, because although they protect property, they don't protect us. The property to be tagged, tracked, caged into labor, and the brutality and torture of their pornographic pastime, their cure for the erectile dysfunction that plagues their bruised, black-and-eyed wives. And calling pigs on a black body is loading the gun yourself. 9. Love our people hard and loud, like they raised you, like they birthed you, like they're the last thing holding us here, because they are. 10. Love is infinity. What is love and what is infinity without freedom? Be ready to learn it, to teach it, to give everything to it, to fight for it, to die for it, to kill for it. Nobody will hand us freedom without a body attached. Pray that it's theirs. Poem.
Oh, shit. She said nobody will hand us freedom without a body attached. Come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dre.
I
Yo,
love your commandments.
that was amazing.
Brave commandments.
That was really good.
Hell yeah.
I enjoyed every
The
commandment.
fuck out of love.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, we need to make T-shirts out of some of these quotes. I'm telling you,
That
Yeah,
part.
I
fuck,
agree.
yeah,
respect the fuck out of love.
yeah,
Trey, I
and
love you.
fuck gentrification without
Yes.
protection. Well, this is a poem about survival. That's what I was hearing, and each one of those commandments was advice, and some of very complicated advice, that you really have to pay attention to survive. And that advice is not simple advice. It's not kind of a superficial observations. So it really is kind of that. Commandment number 10 really knocked it into me how much this poem was about survival. And that really made it very powerful for me. I think it was this poem was doing more work maybe than you might have intended it. But that's what happens to us as poets. We start putting down a couple of letters on the page, and by the time the last ones are down, we're always going to be someplace we didn't anticipate.
Whoo. Ain't that the truth? Make that gospel. You know what I mean? Like, where we start is never where we end up. Right? Poetry, similar to life, is a journey. Right? When you started rocking with these, Dre, and for the folks who know me, they didn't know I'm a hip hop head, right? And the first thing that came to my mind was it's the 10 crack commandments, right? For those of you who know Biggie's work, right, is the 10 crack commandments. And when you start standing on soapboxes like this and you start numbering things like this, and I've heard plenty of number poems, right? But when you put it and you wrap it in this, this is the real work right here. You said 3, mind the business that feeds you. 4, don't fuck with someone ever loved by one of your friends. Respect the fuck out of love. 6, don't invite occupation. No missionaries with knives. Fendi with a crooked Y. Like mirrors ain't laughing behind your back. 10, love is infinity. Make sure y'all heard that one. For real. Thank you, Dre, for giving yourself, all of yourself, to your art. It always comes through very clearly and is always felt. Thank you for doing what you do and staying so consistent with it. We appreciate you. All right, y'all. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, this artist right here, she puts in work. I continue to tell her she's living the rock star life. She's living a life that only some could dream about. But she's consistent. She is dedicated. She is focused. And she just so happens to be one of the dopest poets in the world. You always know a poem from this poet because it is so uniquely and distinctly hers. The one and only Lady K in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you. Please take it away.
Hi, everybody. Okay, so this poem will probably take about the whole time, so I'm not going to say a whole lot. Trigger warning, it is a deep piece. Just know I'm okay right now, but I be feeling things. So here we go. It's called The 32nd of Forever. I had a whole breakdown this morning, or maybe it was years ago, or maybe it's still happening. Time doesn't always move forward when it doesn't know where to place the wound. I was trying to remember a date that refuses to remember me back. Somewhere in the calendar of my life, there is a day that holds both your arrival and your absence all at the same time, and I can't find it. I turn over months like pages in a book that keep rewriting itself every time I get close. March. I know it was March, or maybe early April. Was I still wearing long sleeves, trying to hide what I didn't yet have language for yet? The 12th. The 18th. No, that doesn't feel right. I just know I was 13, old enough to remember something happened, too young to understand what it took from me. I was trying to remember a date that refuses to remember me back. I scanned years like I'm looking for a name that should have been written in ink, but all I find is blur. Like memory keeps redacting itself mid-sentence, and shame tries to speak first, says, what kind of mother forgets the day her child was born and buried in the same breath? What kind of mother loses the timestamp of a life she still mourns? But grief is not a calendar. Trauma does not file itself neatly into boxes labeled remember this time, does not always move in lines. Sometimes it fractures loops, refuses to testify. Trauma doesn't keep time. It just keeps fucking returning. I was 13, where consent was a language I had not yet been taught. My body became a place where something happened instead of somewhere I belonged. So no, I don't remember the date, but I remember the weight, the silence that didn't follow. It settled, stayed, learned my name, and made itself a home inside it. I remember growing up around a grief no one gave me permission to name, and somewhere between forgetting and surviving, between the moment it happened and every moment after that pretended it didn't, I found you. Or maybe you found me, not on a calendar, but in the place where calendars go when they can't hold what happened. The 32nd, not a day I made, a day that revealed itself when time ran out of numbers to hold you. It doesn't live between months. It lives where months stop meaning anything, where clocks stutter, where the past and what could have been sit side by side, and neither one has to win. Because how many of us are carrying people who don't have a date we can return to? Names living in the margins almost could have been stories without full sentences, loved ones who only exist in memory or somewhere time forgot to record. I was trying to remember a date, but maybe that was never the assignment. So no, I don't remember the date, but time was never built to hold you. So I found you in a place it couldn't touch. A day untouched by erasure, a day that cannot be misremembered, rewritten, or taken from me, a day that belongs only to us. And on the 32nd, I get to imagine you fully, your face, smile, your voice. I get to hear you call me what the world never let you say. I get to be your mother out loud in a timeline that does not require.
Oh, come on. Ah, the internet kicked her all the way out. How horrible is that? Yo,
Can y'all
but it
hear me
will
now?
still be on the recording. Let's go. Keep going. Keep
Okay,
going.
let me finish real quick. It's almost done. And I need you to know you were and are loved, not in past tense or apology, but in the kind of love to refuse to obey time, that survive without proof, permission to exist. So if anyone asks me when you were born, I'll tell them you live on the 32nd in a space time couldn't hold, on a day the world doesn't recognize, but I do. I always will, even if the world never builds a language big enough to count you. And tomorrow morning, I might wake up again trying to remember a date that refuses to remember me back.
You know,
I don't appreciate that at all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lady
You
K.
know, that was
Lady K, that
incredible.
was
Yeah,
I don't,
incredible.
it was
oh
amazing.
my gosh.
Thank you.
And I'm so glad you started off with letting us know that you were in a good space,
Yes.
but it's okay to not be in a good space. And we need to kind of like accept that. Like, it's okay to not be okay, but you are an amazing writer. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, today you have a good day and tomorrow could be a bad day. It's always going to be a roller coaster of emotions. The never ending
35,
story.
Facts.
35 years later, it absolutely is.
Facts.
yeah, I like what these two ladies are saying. I mean, this poem was like about, I've heard your poems for the last few weeks, and you always pack them so full. You got several, two or three different things going on in your poems, and that makes them so engaging. And it really asks the listener to really, get all your sensibilities firing. And it's just kind of a pleasure to be led around by your words. I just feel at ease no matter what you're talking about. It's like, yeah, this woman knows what she's doing. So there's no reason for me to feel uncomfortable in this poem, no matter what it's about. That's a really great quality to a poem, especially one that's being spoken out loud. And this poem to me was really in the essence, it's about finding yourself, and it can be a struggle. And what's at stake in this poem is you. And there can be nothing more crucial, or there can't be anything bigger at stake for a person really than their own self. It's a very existential poem in that sense, and I just thought it was a really beautiful turn and because the last section of the poem, you really find yourself because of this other person that you're talking to in the poem. And to me, that is a very revelatory thing. After, much of the poem where you're asking a lot of questions and you're just kind of searching all over for Lady K, and then you find her because of your relation with this other person. That was just very, very intense to me.
Thank you.
I really love the perspective of this poem about how, number one, you created a whole day, right? And then you decided to wrap your memory in this day, that just speaks beyond what people know and believe. And this is true artistry at work for me. You said time doesn't always move forward, right? Sometimes time is a loop, right? That's kind of what infinity is. It really is just a loop. And there are some things in our lives that we just can't get past. We keep going back to them. He said both arrival and departure, born and buried in the same breath. Like, come on. Growing up around a grief no one gave me permission to give a name to. That's not okay. I get to be your mother out loud. So I see that you're like a necromancer because you're just like tearing everyone's heart out, but then bringing them back to life before your poem ends. And I really, really appreciate you bleeding on the page. Really. For you dipping your pen in the things that mean the most to you, and then being able to write them in a way that your colleagues and the community and the world can appreciate. It is not easy to write about those things, and we send prayers to her. It's not easy, but thank you for doing what you do. It takes a level of bravery and strength to do what you do in that poem, so thank you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, all the way across the pond, where it is wicked late, this gentleman, he just has a way of writing. He is the most eloquent writer in the world. I like to say that this gentleman and Love have a thing going on like Billy Paul and Mrs. Jones. I'm telling you, when you see them together, you will understand what I mean. The one and only Dr. Love himself, Lantern Carrier, is in the building. Come on, Lantern, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please, take it away.
Thank you. 24 flowers, a bouquet inked on my soul, or heart's aroma. 24 flowers, a bouquet inked on my soul, or heart's aroma. My visionary murmurings so towards the allure of your charisma and elegance. I sail confidently to that junction where our love is a fire of ecstatic delight and chocolate affinity. The rhythm of my today's pulse dances, my tomorrow reveal fertile meadows harvested to joy, woven from the challenges of yesterday's sorrows, the sad traumas of past remorse. Now love bathes my mind, heart, and soul, its ripples shimmering in the way you smile, your moonlit gaze gleaming with reticence and charm. This makes my knees and limbs throb with ecstasy. Sweet Shyama, balloons may be of various colors, giving a unique boon to its soul, yet they all contain the same expansive breath of air. Not so with you, my queen, for you glow in your diversity, exhale and blend in the pulse of every breath. Beloved, people say that the greatest gift I will ever have is another day of life. But my poetry says, of what use is another dawn in chains and mental struggles with the light of your peerless beauty? My heart and lips have savored this sweetness, while the glow of my soul sings praises. I can see fertility of the lush green plains where we once strolled together, holding hands like a modern day Adam and Eve, yet not falling from grace. Instead, we bask in the vista of verdant trees and foliage, watch the days and rhododendrons unfold, their unhurried majesty and poise, their radiant beauty, a signature of love's magnificence to us all, to Gaia, to creation. To write about you, to extol your virtues, renders me helpless. You are the light of my today and tomorrow's eternal journey. My keyboard does its best, and Microsoft facilitates our tryst. Yet, how can the night explain to anyone what it is like to be kissed by your light? You are my infinity's ink, birthless, timeless, and immortal, blotting a peerless manuscript on my soul. Da Vinci's Mona may fade away, for she lies in time, while you, my adorable empress, most magnificent one, holds me effortlessly in a timeless orb of excellence, leaving me bemused and intoxicated by the aroma of thy love. The lantern carrier. Thank you.
By the aroma of thy love. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
You are my
always
infinity's ink.
Right.
Oh, yeah, that. It's all perfect again. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lantern,
know,
as always, you always grace us with your artwork. It's just like art. Thank
I
you.
was going to say further that this is one of your poems where, you kind of announce or you set it up by letting us know what it's about and where we're going with it. And really, it's like, I know where I'm going, and I'm almost not really even paying attention to it because every single line is just this pure sensory, delight. And yeah, I'm just kind of savoring every single line. It could be almost a poem in itself. Um, yeah, and you said something about, delight is in the details. And it really is true about this poem.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jedi Master. Thank you guys so much.
The image that I get from your poems is just someone sitting on something that looks like a beach but not a beach, writing love notes to forever, and then the wind turns them into butterflies and they just carry them away. like you just write about love in such a real way. It's uncanny, sir. It really is. Um, while the glow of my soul sings praises, like how you write love stories to forever is how forever will tell the future how love stories should be written, how love letters should be written. It's just amazing what you do, and you're so committed to it. It's amazing how you do it. Thank you, sir, for all that you do. Truly. All right. Three more artists, and we'll go to halftime. Coming up next, yo, this artist carries history in her blood. She is connected to the founders. She is an amazing writer. She has had many poems published in magazines. I love when she comes through because she writes and she speaks in such a very real way. Always look forward to hearing from you. The one and only Charlie Miller in the building. Come on, Charlie. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemen2al. Charlie Miller, the writer, is my Instagram, and that's the best way. And I'm going to start. It's called I Am Your Inner Child, and You Need to Fire Your Inner Critic. Okay, brace yourself. It's about time I've told you off. I mean, you tell me off all the time. Like when I want to play or write a poem or swim in the sea with silkies and mermaids and you make us go to work. Or worse, when you're doom scrolling and agonizing about the institutions, patriarchy, white supremacy, anti Semitism, and then there are those parasites, the kidnapping, the murdering ICE. And then there's global degradation of the planet and fad diets, and you just doom scroll. And I am your inner child. I'm standing up for us. You really have to let go of your perfectionism. It's really toxic. When you put yourself down, when you put us down, I mean, really, is it realistic, even healthy, to want to be as skinny as you were at 25 when you're in your early 50s and post-menopause? I mean, really, we know the Western white standard of beauty was nurtured and implemented by pedophiles. Yes, autocorrect said pedicures. If only pedicures instead of pedophiles were in the government, although it's a bit absurd, it doesn't quite work. So maybe we would have nail technicians instead of pedicures for president, because nail techs speak their mind and they get rid of what you do not need. So you might be asking, what's the point? You need to stand up to the bully that is yourself. What I'm about to propose may sound scary, but I want you to hear me out. You need to fire your inner critic, effective immediately, no 2-week notice, because if you do that, she'll only sweet talk you to staying in her life. She'll want an inner critic farewell party, or maybe one last insult for closure. Your inner critic tells you things that aren't true, like that you're a shitty writer and that you're not funny, and there's no point in writing when the world is falling apart. But the thing is, the world is always falling apart. On some level, historically, there has always been oppression. The big difference now is the massive technology and the destruction of the planet. But the thing is that your writing matters, so keep doing it. So when you've had a bad day, do some yoga, write a poem where the demon or some other bad guy dies at the end. Most of all, remember those bad things that happened to you in your childhood were not your fault. We're having our happy childhood now. So turn on some music and dance and shake your groove thing, shake your groove thing. Yeah, yeah. That's it.
Gosh, I love real, just happy, fun, loving poems that contain some true shit. For real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Charlie Miller.
Yes. Yes.
Beautiful.
That's a dope idea. If the nail techs ran the government, I mean, my nail tech is amazing. and she's an artist, and she's dope. I mean, I think she should run for everything. What a cool poem. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, that would get some female energy into the government where it's sorely needed. That's for sure. I like this line. What's it? Stand up to the bully that is yourself. I think that was just the sort of moral of the story. Really punchy.
And it's a lot of shit that we don't really want to say, like the beauty standard or the bodies that we were in at 25. Like that's some shit that's hard to like admit, or like it requires some self-reflection, and it's not easy to hear or write. But so I appreciate you. Thank you for that.
Yeah, I like that what you're saying, Dre, because it's about having the willingness to kind of put yourself on trial, right? Be self-critical, self-reflective. And I agree with you. I think most people find that difficult to do in an honest way, in an objective way, But yeah, I also loved your performance. It was so there's just this verve kind of driving it, like somebody who was a little annoyed, and maybe a little pissed off, but who really was using that energy as fuel for the poem. And as I always say, I'm always enthusiastic about poets who find dissatisfaction as a motivation.
Buddy.
Look, you really started some shit right there, Charlie, for real. First of all, you mentioned doom scrolling, right? And that is a thing. I think you go back, 10 or 15 years, doom scrolling was definitely not a part of their lexicon, right? But it is now. So thank you for mentioning it. Is it healthy to be as skinny as you were when you were 25? You said when you're in your mid 50s postmenopausal? Listen, talk that grown woman shit. All right? Talk that grown woman talk. All right? For the folks who don't know, you better ask somebody. You better talk that grown woman talk, because that's real life right there. All right? But you completely threw me off. Like I had to like recenter myself when you said pedicures instead of pedophiles. Man. Like I don't even know how to accept that. For real. Like for real. Amazing line. Amazing work. Thank you for digging into that perspective. And as the Jedi Master said, stand up to the bully that is yourself. I have always been my own worst critic, and I love the fact that you addressed that in that way. Amazing, amazing work. Thank you for doing what you do. Don't be a stranger. Make sure you come through every chance you get. Amazing. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this artist, listen, when she has the time, she comes through. She was working her butt off. She got her degree. Congratulations again. Love the perspective that you always bring. And I love the fact that you're conjuring all this energy for the people that you are getting ready to help in your career path. It really means a lot to us and to you and the future. The one and only Angelina in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always. Please take it away.
I was literally traveling from school, so that's why you saw a lot of movement. Running back from class, graduating summa cum laude. You know what I'm saying? It's time for us Black and brown people to show that we are intelligent and we are beyond what they think that we know. So tonight, I was on topic, but I decided to switch it up and go to a piece that I wrote from an angry place. Because I think we need to just revisit that. Yes, I'm all about the healing, but there are times where we need to raw. Hello, motherfucker. Hey, hi, how you doing? Pull up, take a seat, Have a drink. I'm serving it straight tonight. Cheers. This piece is called Swallow This. I am not hard to love. I am just done choking on what's killing me. You call it attitude, I call it survival. I folded myself small so your ego can stay big. Softened my tone so your guilt wouldn't wake up. Swallowed my truth so you wouldn't have to taste it. I bent till something in me snapped and grew teeth. You say I'm attacking you? No. I'm finally standing in a place you got comfortable watching me shrink. You say I'm disrespectful. No, I just stopped making it easy for you to disrespect me. And when I bring up the lies, the sneaking, that other girl, you look at me and say, "You're still on that?" Yeah, I'm still on it because it wasn't just one time. I'm still on it because you lied. I'm still on it because you expected me to choose silence just to make you comfortable. You called it a connection. You said you and her were linked by the same darkness, by the same pain. And when she tried again, ended up in Gracie Square, you showed up for her, visiting her, sat with her while I still was here. Funny how you can be drunk in love with chaos, but sober enough to forget me. I'm still on it because you haven't shown me anything different. Just words, just pressure, just get over it. I asked for consistency, you gave me chaos. I asked for honesty, you gave me lies. I asked for safety, you gave me reasons to keep my guard up. And so now I'm the problem because I remember, because I feel it, because I refuse to gaslight myself into calling repeated harm a misunderstanding. I already carried something I couldn't keep. His name was Michael. And you thought I'd carry your chaos too? No. I'm built for protection now, for clarity, for choosing what doesn't break me. I am not here to be easy to swallow. I'm the pill you keep spitting out because it burns going down. But here it is again, raw, undiluted, unapologetic. Here, swallow this poem.
That's just mean. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Angelina.
Yeah.
Let's
From start to
go.
finish.
Yeah.
That's a
Yes.
banger.
Yeah.
Swallow
That's a
this. I
good
like that.
poem right there.
Yes.
Yeah. I knew after you were done, all the ladies would be, because I mean, yeah, everything. Yeah. Um, n- I'm built for protection now, for clarity. I'm still on it because you showed me nothing different, I think you said.
Mm-hmm.
And like, of course, I mean, perfect. Thank you. So good.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
Yeah, it's just wonderful, wonderful work again. It's kind of the theme of this is this dynamic of subordination, which you talked about a lot in the poem, and you
Mm-hmm.
referred back to it at several other places along through the poem, where you're diminishing yourself, and this thing about when you introject, you kind of bury stuff inside yourself without
Mm-hmm.
digesting it wholly. And it sets up a dynamic where it's gonna come back out. And that's what this poem was, where all that stuff you were subordinating yourself to, you just brought it all up and out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I really liked in the poem how you built up that drama through the poem And it really was effective to arrive at the end, that kind of mic drop line. But it's really kind of an object lesson for anybody and everybody who's ever been in that place where you try to kind of adjust yourself so the other person finds you acceptable and you don't get into conflict. But you can only do that so long, and different people have different capacities to do it. But like I said, sooner or later, it's going to come back. It's going to come out. All that stuff you didn't digest, and you're going to have to be who you really are and realize that and start to feel good about it, And that's what I really liked about the poem.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Listen, it's poems like that that really speak to the people, right? Like Dre said, she was like, "Oh, as soon as you were done, I knew all the ladies in the room were just gonna be like, God damn it, talk that shit," right? And it is that, right? And I love some of the things that you said because it just speaks to I will not fit inside your Pandora's box. I will not fit in this corset that you said I should fit into, right? You said I softened my tone so your guilt wouldn't wake up. That just makes me think of so I set fire to the bed. Just words, just pressure, just get over it. I'm built for protection now, right? I'm the pill you keep spitting out because it burns going down. That's the type of work that just, it's memorable, really. And I think it just speaks to the prowess of the message that you want to convey in your artwork. And it's really, really starting to come through. Really. Stay on it. Do not let up. Really. Continue on this path because it is working and it is powerful. Thank you, Angelina, for doing what you do. Congratulations again. Stay motivated and focused. All right, one more artist, and we're going to go to halftime. Coming up next, a true Low East Sider. This gentleman, listen, this gentleman has been rocking with us from the beginning, well before this was a thing. Rocked with the founders. The only artist, poet that I know that is published in the original Aloud anthology from the New Eurekan Poets Cafe. He is our resident Gilgamesh. The Jedi Master is in the building. The one and only Paul Skiff is here. Not just an enigma, the enigma. Let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Hey, it's great to be here as always. I'm just going to do 3 minutes out of a 12-minute poem. It's a persona piece, so it's done in the voice of a character. It goes way into the harsh zone and it's meant to be offensive. Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? I turned right at the Arco food store, pump station, truck lot, hubcap broker, and tire dump down from the drive-through cancer ward. I've been flying that 25-year-old El Camino with AccuTrack and cruise control for 18 hours since Plutoville. The 351 built in Doraville is gargling high test cut with borax. I chewed up my last 1,000 milligram doses of methamphetamine. Can't you tell 2 hours ago. I've been listening to crack in the dashboard vibe out something like if dogs run free. Every time I send those 8 cylinders up over 80 mph. Is this it? Is this it? I feel like a municipal citywide tax dollar shortfall. I feel like a shut down government. I feel like a derailed train, toxic clouds smothering a welfare village. I feel like an electric company ignited wildfire, incinerating 3 entire counties. I feel like a petrochemical landfill seeping in a tri-state water supply. I feel like an industrial pig farm, a manure lake bursting its banks to submerge a quarter of the state in toxic pork feces. I feel like a high-tech weapons platform among overvalued targets. I've been on the road since Sault Ste. Grand, Cold Springs, Harbor Point, Wood Valley Haven. I'm a downstream effect in the abuse cycle. Is this it? Is this it? I'm gonna log on some URLs where all the influencer actors portray exaggeratedly performative stereotypes on a network full of ultra-racist sitcoms, followed by the nightly casualty report. I'm gonna go someplace like a joke democracy, a kind of heartless, crazyopolis, see-me politicians who will shut down a train station, neighborhood park, and a hospital so there'd be enough money saved to give themselves a pay hike. I want to see an entertainment zone where Disneyland and porno cater to the same customers. I want to see consumption is a holy act of faith to hypnotize the de-electric with narcotizing spectacles while a drone flies over to spray encephalitis, bird flu, or monkeypox in your face so they can continue to conduct their war on the vulnerable in the political bully sphere that is a human dignity crime ring financed by the corporation that is right now wholesaling nude pictures of your self-esteem and moral confidence to the anonymous power holders who have their hands down the consumer habit pants of your innocence. I want to sightsee in the accursed parts of America with its regime of planetary inequality and amateur necropoliticians, the land of the governmentally dumb and cruel moral perverts who will torture babies in a cage, shoot a housewife in the face, shoot a nurse in the back, and crash the entire economy of the whole world, the national manosphere of phallocratic woman-fearing, that cybercrime hunting ground victim pool, that ego-bilious billionaires digital social platform mental illness factory. Well, call me unplugged or just about out of time, but I just want to see me a real live performance. Did I pull my El Camino up to the right place? Is this it? Is this it? Is this it? Is this that Holiday Inn lounge at the end of the world? Anybody got any PB-29s? Or how about some polyhexamethylene diazole lidinyl thiloxapol? I feel like having my mood stimulated. Hey, anybody seen the keys to my El Camino? Oh shit, here they are, right where I left them. On top of my humanity.
I told y'all, not an enigma, the enigma. Unmute yourself, give it up with Paul. Skip.
Yes, Paul. Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
kid ticket.
Paul,
Yes.
you are what
Yeah, that was
I
something
strive to
else.
meet. Definitely strive to meet.
Amen.
Damn, Paul, you
Amazing.
make me feel like all of us are guilty.
We are. It make me love poetry so fucking much. God,
Yeah.
thank you.
This is what I like to say all the time. Like this is why I love poets, right? Because we do the things that people only dream of doing. We do the things that our ancestors wish they could do. We say the things that past generations only wish they had the knowledge to do and say and manipulate language in the way that we do. It really is magical, folks. Like it really is. And I know, I feel like I have the best job in the world because I get to rock with the greatest community in the world. But there are very few spaces that have a collection of geniuses like this that do exactly what you do. This like, it is such a phenomenon. And I thank all of you for being such fucking phenomenal artists. For being so dedicated to this art form, to this craft, to your writing, to understanding how important it is for each syllable, each stanza, each quatrain to be this significant. Jedi Master, you're amazing, sir. From the El Camino to the Industrial Pig, like you're just amazing, sir. Like really, I implore all of you to go back and listen to how the Jedi Master kind of cracked our brain. Like the old school commercial. This is your brain. This is your brain on skiff. Any questions? Amazing work, sir. All right, we are going to go to halftime, and it has been an amazing night thus far. Shout out Bill Elkins. Shout out Oshun Yoyen. The second half of tonight is going to be amazing work. There are going to be slam champions, slam master of the world. Hopefully our balance comes into the room. We have some work coming in the second half. So make sure you stay tuned. We will be back in about 5 minutes, folks. So refresh your drink and come right back. Make sure you come right back because we are not going anywhere. It is Thursday night and we are here to get it done. All right? Be back with you shortly, folks. Good evening. And thank you for tuning in to the online open mic with the greatest community in the world. Week after week, you keep this flame of artistry burning with a light that transcends time, distance, and borders. Now, welcome to the Halftime Report. I'm your correspondent. My name is Elemen2al, bringing you the latest news and upcoming events proudly presented by the legendary New Eureka Poets Cafe. Stay tuned, stay inspired, and as always, keep creating. The New Eureka Bowery Slam, happening every Monday at the Bowery Poetry Club in New York City, hosted by Luna Rosa and Jay Rose. Winner receives a $20 cash prize and a chance to compete in the final Friday Slam. Occurring on the last Friday of the month at the Lower East Side Center at 7 p.m. Hosted by Matthew Marroquin and Paul Conqueso. Winners from the New Eureka Bowery Slam compete against each other for a $100 cash prize and a chance to compete in our annual Grand Slam. Plus, there's a Twilight Hour open mic hosted by Cap Come Through and The Score. For more details on the slam season, including rules, winners, and current year scoreboard, go to newyourekan.org/slam. Our open mics at the Lower East Side Center are all kinds of incredible. The venue records high quality audio and video of all performances, and they are live streamed to the Lower East Siders and New Eurekan YouTube channels. All except our first Wednesday of every month, we have Women's Orator Wednesday, aka WOW, hosted by 2024 Grand Slam champion Somebody's Mama. The remaining Wednesdays of the month, we have the New Eurekan Open Mic, hosted by Brian Acosta Aria, aka Brian the Motel Guy. Make sure you plug in. It is going to be something special. Our online programs, which are absolutely free, include the online open mic hosted by yours truly, weekly on Thursdays via Zoom and live stream on YouTube. All styles are welcome. Every artist has 4 minutes to rock with new themes every week. The Slam Workshop, happening on the second Tuesday of every month via Zoom, hosted by the National Youth Poet Laureate Stephanie Pacheco. When you sharpen your craft, you sharpen your performance. Make sure you plug in. There are many other in-person and online events coming up. For info and tickets of all the programming, you can go to newyourekan.org/calendar. Our social media and website and other links, including how to sign up for the mailing list, you go to our Linktree/New Eurekan Poets Cafe. Visit our YouTube channel to catch past live streams of online and Lower East Side Center open mics, beatniks, and special events at Battery Park City, Poetry House, and NJ Pack. The New Eurekan Poets Cafe is a non-profit 501c3 organization based in New York City on the Lower East Side. Ticket sales and grants don't cover all of our programs and operations expenses. So here are ways that you can help support us in our mission to continue with moving poetry forward. Our merchandise, shirts, hats, and tote bags available for purchase at our New York table and in-person events, or go to newyorrican.org/merch. Spring and summer collection coming soon. Also, check out and subscribe to our Patreon site. Gain access to video recordings of in-person events not available online for the public. Go to patreon.com/New Eureka Poets Cafe. Special thanks to our tech team, our programs and operations team, all of our hosts, our executive director, and all our sponsors for helping us to continue to move our artwork forward. We appreciate you for all your continued support, helping us to keep the spirit of artistry and inspiration of poetry alive and moving forward through the spirit of our founders. Brought to you by Elemental Vision Works, inspiring change through passionate poetry and creative production.
Your energy and passion truly make this community something special. Thank you for all your artistry and your genius. Truly can't thank you enough.
We appreciate you. Now, back to the show. Peace. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're going to keep it rocking all the way. Thank you all for being here, for rocking with us through the first half into the second half. You could have been anywhere else in the world, but you are here rocking with the greatest community in the world. And I truly appreciate you. And of course, so does the team. So let's keep it going. Coming up next, this incredible artist, author, activist, veteran, he's just one of those cats. Every time he comes through, I say it's not a performance, it's an experience. He plays countless instruments. He has rocked with countless people, countless artists. He is a contributor to Sunday's Open House Anthology, produced by one of the last poets. Shout out Abiodun. I like to say he comes to do lots of things, but I guarantee you he did not come here to tap dance. The one and only Baba Ngoma in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, God. Please, take it away. Trust we're going to work out this audio shortly. We still can't hear you, God. We getting there.
How about that?
There we go. Take it away.
Yeah, this is from the book. I didn't come here to tap dance. I decided to do it because it's on theme for a change. Here we go. Residue on the altar of time. Time has such short memory as things evolve into other things like ice into water, steam to rain, puddles to oceans is all the same, depending how you look at it, or it's which way it looks at you. 2020 vision to the woke. Lady Liberty blindfolded, world turned upside down. no longer a metaphor. Visions of impeaching the whole damn cabinet rise to the top, like stench from the shitstorm in decay. So we close the door on a decade. Don't let optimism escape you. Depression is a hard road to hoe. Ancestors humming, we didn't come this far not to make it. Don't be dismayed as things go in circles. There'll be a phoenix in the ashes. Remember, energy has no beginning and no end. Change is eternal. Fear is wasted. For time is an illusion, like resident in the altar of your memory. Which mark will you leave on eternity? Poem.
Absolutely amazing and astounding every time. Unmute yourself. Give it up for
laughing
Baba
at his
Ngomo.
Awesome job as always. Thank you for gracing us with your music.
That was so wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes.
It
Yes.
was like a meditation.
Yes.
Medusa's response. Yes. Just yes.
Yeah.
More. Encore.
Yeah, that's what I always say when he gets going with the music too. I mean, first of all, just that fat bass line, it's such a deep bottom. It made this whole room sit still for the whole poem. There was just nothing moving here except that bass line. The poem in a lot of ways is about transformation, but you wrote that poem a number of years ago. It's so timeless, Ngoma. I mean, that poem is just so timeless. And, these humble truth lines, you're just unrivaled at it. We didn't come this far not to make it. I mean, tell me that's not a timeless line.
Right, for sure. And that is something that we all strive to, right? Is to write timeless work, right? That even after the years and years, right? That's where classic, timeless comes in. You said, don't let optimism escape you. There'll be a phoenix in the ashes. Change is eternal. Time is an illusion. And these matter-of-fact statements, I like to say, every man of every faith can embrace. And you always speak from this kind of a narrator's perspective. Like, I don't care what you thought you knew, but you need to know this. And I really, really appreciate that. Knowing the God the way I know the God, you probably should pay attention to what he's saying. He's been around for a while and he can teach you quite a few things. Appreciate you, Baba, for all that you do, truly. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this artist right here probably has, not probably, she does have the best birthday in the world. For real.
Twin, hey twin.
For sure it is. You know what it is. Aries run the world. Just saying. Um, yo, this artist right here, she just has a way of bringing the type of work that shows you that strength can be found in poetry. That you can write some of your horrors into poetry, and as I always love to say, poetry can take it. Prepare yourself. The one and only April Gonzalez in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. Great to see you as always. Please take it away.
Auntie with a Y_April on IG. I try to keep on theme, but when I thought infinity, I thought beyond time, death, but it went where it went. It's me. I am a graveyard of unfinished work. Aries is the spark. There's no ignition without us. When confusions begin to set in, I ask how we got here, growing apart, chasing wants, or driven by fear. Is no one to blame, or is there? Then who? Is it me or is it you? We etched our effort into caskets and laid it to rest, out all the time, just mourning what we had best. It's the little lies for me, headstones adding up too many in my cemetery. I love deep, so I'm tired of digging up graves constantly. When did it stop being easy? Was it ever though, really? Maybe never, but when you start off this hard, you settle. The calms aren't smooth sailing, just less of a battle. Not good, just quieter than the way that it rattled. I'm fine. But is this as good as it gets over time? I came from levels of the absolute worst to bad, and that makes bad not so bad. Good is the thing I've never understood. A wooden box lid waiting to get screwed. A subconscious pull of my own demise, self sabotage, humming. We're all dead inside. So I question everything, not only your intentions, my sanity, and I come up empty. I don't know anything. My ruminating thoughts I keep at bay, my shutting into myself, watching what I say, fear of inscribing past mistakes, a battered woman tiptoeing through stones until only a monument remains. Just to say I tried everything before I turned numb again. The cycle I thought I buried, I'm still spinning this merry-go-round and I cannot stop or else I'll be flung into dangers unknown but known to me. The familiarity, the same but not the same. Does anyone know what I mean? I shake it from my mind, tell myself, stop comparing hellebore to wild roses, both beautiful and similar in look, although one is the poisonous one that created all this rebuke. Aren't you tired of labeling them all the same? Me talking to me, the only one I trust with my pain, but how do I exhume my rigid thoughts? Isolated neural terrain keeps calling my name. The trauma built epitaphs stuck in my brain. I'm asked, why are your hands and feet always cold? My body's always in fight, flight, or freeze mode. Blood rerouted to survive, trapped in a state of hyperarousal, never felt safe until him. This is the longest I've been without spiral. A state of high alert I can't shut off yet. His hugs can snooze. If intentions aren't to listen, to understand, we all lose. Fragmented sleep, I kick and cry, never able to rest. Stillness is just another synonym for death. I am the protagonist inside my own tomb, slaying my demons. But at some point, the savior must admit she is the villain. The end. And do I have time? Let me see. All right, this is almost. How have you been? Watching my stories, reacting again, laugh emojis. What does that mean? Funny how silence says everything. Your friends are settling rings and vows, building a life. What about now? Do you sit with it late at night thinking of us when it's quiet? Water and sun, walks in the park. We had a spark. You played it dark. Deep conversation, so many signs. I was open. You stayed confined. I said it straight, put it on the line. You hesitated and missed your time. I felt it early, knew what it was. You overthought it and lost us. You waited too long, so I walked away. I won't compete with fear or delay. Your half truths, yeah, they set me free, showed me exactly what you'll never be. Thank you. If you lied, I might have stayed stuck in your silence, stuck in your game, but I want loud, I want it clear. A love that shows, a love that's here, not something hidden, not something small, not someone scared to claim it all. not a man drifting place to place, never rooted and making me chase. So tell me now, do you see it yet? Do you think of me with some regret, the one you had but couldn't hold, the story you wish you told? We meet in dreams, unfinished scenes, almost love, and what it means, a space that lingers out of sight, where wrong feels close to almost right. But this isn't sad, this is the end. No more what ifs, no more pretend. Maybe next time, if timing aligns, will exist in the real world, not just in our minds. Home.
You better talk that shit, Auntie. Unmute yourself. Give it up for April
You
Gonzalez.
better. You
God
better
damn,
learn.
damn, damn, damn,
Yes.
damn,
My goodness.
damn.
Fuck. I didn't know it was fuck. Oh.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes.
anybody who wants to know what a situationship is, they should hear that second poem because
That's right.
that was just a
Mhm.
total definition of it. Not love, just stuck in this kind of limbo thing where you're almost quite, but not quite ever going to get there.
That's
Mm.
we're thinking about things. Why don't we just let it rock while we're rocking type of
Right,
situationship?
right. Yeah, and people get addicted, in those situations it's like I don't know how many times I've had friends tell me about these kinds of things where yeah, it's fine. Okay, just hang out in that relationship for nothing but because the sex is really good, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens so much of the time. The first poem,
So true.
April, was just a really intense thing to me. It was kind of about self-awareness, and it really was. You do some of these things I've kind of feel are, briar patch poems, and I'd so
Mm.
totally identify with that. It's like this is what I know, and this is what I know how to deal with, and I haven't gotten to where I am because I'm incapable of dealing with all this conflict and pain and stuff. Yeah, I mean, just these lines that key it up, good as a thing I've never understood. And we etch our efforts into caskets and so forth. And
Mm.
I think it's a poem that speaks to a lot of people and certainly spoke to me.
Definitely was an amazing piece. Just it's and to piggyback off what Paul was just saying, it speaks to how relationships are looked at today. No one wants to commit. They're scared of the commitment. And that second poem is just like not even a dictionary definition. It's a Pictionary. It's a picture. It defined
Yeah,
it in
yeah.
visuality upon a vision. It was like a slap after every line hit. April, I don't know where you've been all my life, but I need some more of you.
This is, again, folks, this is why I say I love poets. This is why I say it's the greatest community in the world. Because this is really about strength. This is truly about power personified in poetry. It really is. Auntie April just does this, right? The situationship, like that's just that's a real thing for folks, for real. Again, like I said, go back, right, a few decades or so, people didn't know what a situationship was, but it's a real thing. You know what I mean? It's a real thing. There's no ignition without us. Is this as good as it gets? Is this as good as it gets? Type of time. Blood rerouted to survive. I am the protagonist in my own tomb. Damn it. Where was I when that line came down? Like that is it's just sick. It just tap dances on the nerves. Like, I love it. I love it. Do you think of me with some regret? I just think everyone has someone that feels like that. Thank you, Auntie, for doing what you do. You always just have a sting on your work, and it really, really is very much appreciated. So thank you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, I like to call this gentleman the hardest working man in poetry. Um, he is just amazing. He continues to create new works. Um, he has his own style. Shout out to storytellers in the building. Shout out Queen Sheila. This gentleman, I'm telling you, and he produces the type of work that I've never seen before. Right? He is the author of The Wild Rose of Yesterday, as well as 13 Poets for a Pigeon Kiss, many, many more. I like to call this gentleman the Vincent Price of poetry. The one and only Ike Waltz in the building. Come on, Ike, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
A charade of a time ending. Charade means to chatter in Occitan Old French. And now, a charade of a time beginning. History, the absurd of the future, has no old ending, but a perpetual new beginning. Hope is the moment we foolishly cherish, like the first summer breeze. Later, when trees start to worry, leaves in love with the wind die beautiful. Old Man Winter is catching up, filling life's surprising cracks with icy forgetfulness. Pretty pills lift my ego, temporarily counting obituaries. A cynical pleasure drove and monstrous number game. Best friends fade into the universe every other day. Now that I call myself, leaving that digital message, how are you doing? But I ask myself, where have all the easy words gone? My hands tremble, a sure sign of being still alive. My heart desires comforting memories, forgiveness, now so easy to manage, as eyes see nothing but alone. The world turned into the wild childish play called AI. No doubt guns speak loudly for the cruelest we pray and pray. Some shout, forgetting names, your name, my name. Soon I will forget that I will be forgotten. Days are getting shorter as all vanishes into sleep. No words hear my pain, no love feels the same. Yes, my longing hurts inside the body of a rusty past. At last, it's my forever in vain. Alka-Seltzer whispers, take me. Alka-Seltzer kisses, good night. Dark times without a dream? Is God really AI? And we are made in his image? Hope sinks repeatedly below at daylight's blink. Coffee smiles in bed, however hot. Do you read what I mean? My world is broken into a jigsaw puzzle, daily to be rearranged, leaving history hopelessly waiting for the better time. And the mirror, the daily mirror, won't recognize me either. Shadows has stopped stalking me as I forgot to move. Time has changed values on a ridiculous scale. Suicide at its best turns recreational. I did pity community. Long ago, once I had left society. The lovers of the dead joined me in my stinking bed. The only coy word I can utter, my love, you are, was passing by. My forever burning joy, now that I kiss that flowery wreath, carried on the shoulders of 6 strong men. Black bow ties, memories, tears, ended this, your life, entered the ceremony of the dead, beginning a new day. I'm left with called infamy. Yes, my friends, nothing remains personal, but everything else is history of the absurd. Thank you.
Your style is so unique, sir. Truly. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike. Whoa.
Yay.
Thank you.
It's so good. I missed you. I feel like I haven't seen. Thank you. It's always awesome. I never know where it's gonna go. So good though.
Never.
Love it.
I just really was in wonder of your grasp of just the idea of time. You first few parts of the poem, you really were playing with my mind with how easy it is for you with language to kind of indulge in the physics of time where you're just kind of mixing up all these different things like the past, the future, and the present, and how they're all kind of disappointing or enjoyable, but because they're so ephemeral, they're just things you can't really count on. And the role of memory, like in the future, and the role of the past in the present, you're just playing with so much stuff in this poem. And the one thing that always gets me anchored, no matter how complex your work is the sort of satire that you sometimes, well, a lot of the times inject, but most of the time, a lot of the time, is so subtle and lighthearted. There's not a lot of malice in the satire you employ a lot. And I think that's really unique for an author. Just things like, the whispering Alka-Seltzer and stuff like that, that bring all this kind of really wide-ranging philosophy you're using into something that's really personal and tangible. That you hear the Alka-Seltzer whispering to you. So thanks again for being here.
Yeah, it really was. The Accessor line definitely got me, for sure. Thank you so much, Ike. Where have all the easy words gone? Alka-Seltzer whispers, "Take me." For those of you who remember the original commercial, it was that. Thank you so much, Ike, for doing what you do. Your presence is always missed when you're not here. Thank you for coming through and doing what you do. You're amazing, sir. Truly appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, where did he go? There he is. This incredible artist, author, playwright, warrior in every sense of the word, is an amazing artist. He comes through. He does amazing things with words. I still don't know how he does it. He is the author of many books. This just happens to be one of them. This is Four Crescents. He is the author of Black Calculus, Evaporating Rage. He has had his work just performed in so many different spaces. He is absolutely amazing. The one and only Noah Mathematics in the building. Come on, Math. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you as always, sir. Please take it away.
Hey, good evening. A wonderful night of poetry as usual. And I'm hoping that my pieces here will add to it. First piece. Profound change is transformation. Epigraph. Good things and bad things. And begin again. Mathematics. Transformation is the death of old, creating something new that will become old. Awareness of transformation, a balance between what was and what is. Becoming, arms let go while reaching for the same but different thing. What's the fulcrum between freezing and boiling? Between liquid and vapor? Sublimation when both occupy the same time in space. Invisible becoming visible, disappearing again. Life is the dissolution of the former and faith in the latter. Balance is a meditation between the din of Babel and the silence of discernment. Inertia is non-action that carries the end to the momentum of action. Silence carries the echo of noise, the sound, a hint of an om. Transformation is life on the way to becoming something unplanned. Next piece. None of them, one of us. How many times do we grieve collateral damage of progress? Whether it's the discovery of someone else's resources you own now because of the curse of ownership or eminent domain, an imperial delusion. Immeasurable wealth, impossible to spend over many lifetimes, comes at the cost of stealing and robbing pittance of many lives' times. Working hard without silver spoon, sharing riches, a lost notion of equality and equity, intrinsic to humanity, makes the bearer of too much inhumane in their behaviors against other humans. Internal weight of empathy and sympathy for others' suffering makes their lack of shame for their actions makes me ashamed. I belong to the same race as them, now perceived as inhuman. Hope is my motivation that my penultimate life, this life, before my next life, bearing love at my core, will overwhelm the cancerous cells of fear, hate, and greed at the core of those practicing their inhuman traits on the rest of us. Not one of them. Be one of us, not one of them. Peace.
Be one of us, not one of them. Unmute yourself. Give it up for the maestro.
I say that every Thursday. Be one of us, not one of them. When I come into this space. Thank you, as always. Brilliant. Just brilliant work.
Yeah, I could listen to you meditate like that forever, Norm. It's like,
Yeah.
just have the speakers on all day listening to Norm meditate like that. The first poem really, it's kind of like about connectedness and change. This line about life on the way to something unplanned. And I kind of just sighed when I heard that. It was like, ah, I really am okay. Norm just told me that, life is on the way to always sort of on the way to something unplanned, and I shouldn't freak out about that. It's just a, total blessing when you show up here.
Yeah, and you have such full control of the language and the craft. I mean, I'd love to see your stuff written down too, because I bet it looks really beautiful on a page. But I just think you're absolutely brilliant, and your voice is so wonderful, and we just I just felt like mesmerized and caressed by your reading in a beautiful way.
I love how you said that, Winter. Full control of the language. Like really, it takes certain types of individuals who are completely engaged in their work and have given themselves all the way to it. It just means everything. Um, Matthew said, profound change is transformation. What's the fulcrum? between freezing and boiling. In the second poem, The Curse of Ownership, collateral damage of progress, working hard without silver spoon. Hope is my motivation. Come on. If that's not a t-shirt waiting to happen, hope is my motivation. Just saying. Thank you, Math, for what you do. We appreciate all the strength that you always show, and your perseverance is infectious, sir. Thank you for what you do. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, this artist is just absolutely incredible. For a while, we knew her as Mrs. Good Luck Round herself. She is an educator. She is an incredible artist, whether she is on the path, reading from her original works, or singing to us in whichever language she chooses. She is absolutely amazing. The one and only Winter Rose in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you very much. It's an honor to be here tonight. Say hello to my wild dog. He's having a full spaz on my bed. Okay, I just have this one new one. It's called Out of Body Floating. My life falls apart around me in split seconds. Hope being swallowed by angst. Verbal abuse from a spouse who once loved me. He has taught the children how to resent me. I think about flowers and rosebuds and their thorns. I think about the duplicate smile scars, grinning faces across my bikini line, as if I will ever wear a bikini ever again in my lifetime. I don't know how to make anything right. Not even my dog barking in this moment. In this 1 second, I had you. I had you between my fingers. Opened my mouth for a kiss, changed clothes, did the laundry, and everyone has gone upstairs. I've done it again, it seems. Likened my beautiful roses to a murder of crows, and sat and waited happily for them to fall out of their trees to die in the road. I sit back and watch with fascination if you will still care about me. And for just about 30 seconds, I want to sing this song for you guys. It's by Los Binomios de Oro de Medellín. Okay, ready? It goes like this. Estamos frente a frente los dos y te confieso que has hecho con mi vida lo que tú has querido. Te di todo lo que pude de mí y aún no me quieres. Ahora vengo a despedirme porque ya todo ha sido imposible. Pero déjame besarte una vez más, porque te adoro, amor. No entendiste mi vida, ya lo sé. Mi amor no te interesa y es mejor que por fin reconozco lo que soy y me aleje de ti. Ok, vallenata, vamos. Corazón, si quieres, no puedes. Corazón, por favor, decirlo. Si el amor se le pasa el tiempo, no quiero quedarme solo en el camino. Dime ya porque me da miedo. Queda como el ave que quedó sinmigo. Ay, corazón, si te vas, enseñarme cómo te olvido.
Yo, if y'all can see what's going on in this room, it's bananas for real. Oh, mute yourself. Give it up to Winter Rose.
Wow. Singing.
Let's go.
Singing.
Beautiful.
Okay.
But the singing is such a bonus.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you. Thank you, everyone.
You surprised me. You definitely surprised me. I wasn't expecting that to come out. I mean, again, I've seen you perform in the past, and you have such beautiful artwork, and it's just you just topped it off with the singing, like icing on the fucking cake.
Oh my gosh. As I wrote in the chat, I said, Rose, you got me melting over here. Oh my
Then
God.
I did my job. That's
Yes.
good.
Oh my
Yes.
gosh. It was so romantic. I was like, oh, I'm gonna have a good night. It's like it was beautiful. Yeah. Oh, so romantic. Thank you.
Oh,
In your voice, there was one note, and I didn't know. I didn't know
I didn't hit
that.
all of them, but I tried.
I thought you did. It's. I think you did. It was beautiful.
It was
Thank
really
you.
fun to do. Thank you so much
Beautiful.
for accepting
Beautiful.
that.
I liked how
That
the
was,
mood of the song was a little bit like the mood of the poem.
oh, good.
Could you put the name of the band in the chat?
Yes, I can.
Amazing work,
I
y'all.
would
Like
love to.
what I saw, right, inside the room, I saw Auntie April turn a bottle of alkaline water into a microphone, right? And she's singing along with Winter Rose, just going hard on it, right? And I'm like, yo, when a song speaks to you though, right? Like the lyrics kind of transcend, right? And it really just speaks to your soul, right? This is what I love about music, about songwriters, is that they write from such a very real place, that it does transcend time, right? Music is infinity ink, right? Just like poetry, right? It doesn't matter. You can hear a song, right? I mentioned to my team, I said something because we were talking about a countdown that's happening. Shout out to Soul Fry folks, right? The countdown is real. And I was saying, I referenced a song. I said, the ticking clock sounds like footsteps in the dark, right? And it's one of those timeless things. So thank you for doing what you do. You break out a song and you just change the atmosphere of the room. So thank you. Thank you so very much. And you just brought a different energy into the room. So I appreciate you, Winter, as always. All right. Four more artists. We'll see if we can get to the good luck round. So coming up next. Yo. The last time this artist came through, she was talking about how the devil had just this issue with her snack box. I'm gonna let her explain it, right? But she was so real about it. She was like, "Yo, like for real." And I love when artists come through and they show up and they show the hell out. And she is definitely one of those. Prepare yourself, y'all. I tried to prepare you last time she came through, and I'm gonna try to prepare you again for what she's about to do. One and only Jessie Marie in the building. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you again. Please take it away.
You can find me on TikTok and Instagram at PeepThis78. There is a fuck you living in my stomach. Not petty, not cute, not dramatic, old. A fuck you with dirt under its nails and blood in its mouth. A fuck you that's been writing itself inside me for years in infinity ink. The kind that does not fade just because somebody got uncomfortable reading it. The kind my body used before my mouth knew how to spell no. So let it come. Do not clean it up. Do not baptize it so everybody else can survive hearing it. This is not a soft boundary. This is the eviction notice. So fuck you for every time you made me question what my body already knew. Fuck you for every joke with a blade in it, for every apology that came dressed as growth but still smelled like the same old rot. Fuck you for touching my peace with dirty hands and calling me sensitive when I flinched. Say it deeper. From the place where you swallowed no until it turned into acid. Fuck you for making me feel cruel for protecting myself. Fuck you for needing my softness but hating my spine. Fuck you for mistaking my access for inheritance. And fuck you for acting shocked when the door you kept slamming finally learned how to lock. And fuck the training too. Fuck the guilt with a leash on it. Fuck every lesson that left your throat unlocked. Because every time I made myself smaller so somebody else could feel huge, my body was taking notes. And every time my gut said stop and my mouth said it's okay, my spirit wrote it down. And not in pencil and not in mercy and infinity ink, permanent enough to become prophecy. Now, call yourself back. I call my back my no, from every mouth that tried to chew it smaller, from every hand that reached past my spirit, from every love that needed me quiet to call itself safe. I call back my body from the hallway. I call back my peace from the bargaining table, and I call back my throat from the witness stand. And when they say you changed, fuck you. I returned. I came back from being convenient. I came back from being understanding at the expense of my own pulse. I didn't become mean. I became unavailable for disrespect, and I do not become cold. I became done keeping myself warm for people who only visit to take fire. So tell them what they do not get back. You don't get back the old me. That woman was not softer. She was surrounded. That woman was not kinder. She was afraid. That woman was not easier to love. She was easier to access. And I buried her with every key you fought and thought you still had. So when they knock now, understand this. My silence is not an invitation. It's not a tantrum. It's not a boundary up for debate. My no is not looking for a second opinion. My body spoke first. My gut signed the order and my spirit changed the locks and my mouth finally caught up. So say it once and say it clean and say it final. So fuck you. Access denied, spirit intact, door closed. And this time, the ink loops back into my own name. Forever. Forever. And I'm not on the other side begging myself to open it. Poem.
I tried to warn y'all. She come through with that work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Jessie Marie.
Hey, yo.
Wow.
No, that was fire. Don't,
No,
I'm a request.
not
Please
for
don't
you.
ever slam against me and use that poem because you're going to go up there with a
Never.
30.
You see
And then
what
I'm
Wow.
going to
I
have to
just
follow
seen
you.
going in front of
I don't
her?
know what the hell I
Holy
would do
shit.
after
Oh
that.
my
Wild.
god.
What
Man,
What
was
the
that?
fuck?
Jesse
What the
Marie,
Yeah,
my
fuck?
God,
we
you did
don't
it
know.
again.
Wow.
Lord, that
What
was
the
Oh,
awesome.
fuck?
I love that
fucking
poem. You
awesome,
said,
Yo,
man.
I
my
call
no
back my
is
throat from the
not
witness
looking for a
How?
stand.
second
Yo, what the fuck?
opinion.
That was so fucking
Mm-hmm.
good. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
I'm done.
Holy
I'm out.
shit.
Mm-hmm.
People will call
What we're
your
What
talking
the
people for
about.
fuck?
Did you
permission to
see me?
write part
Did you
two,
see me?
Jesse.
Because that was
Oh my
clean.
god.
That
Holy
was
shit.
clean.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
right.
I
Part
You need to do
can't.
two,
that.
part
See that
three.
again.
Oh
Please
my,
just never
this,
stop.
yes.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Access denied. Fuck
Mm-hmm.
you.
Yeah,
What?
Oh my
fuck
god.
you.
Oh,
Turn to ash. The hair's in my ear, baby.
oh,
Mm-hmm.
Burn it
Oh,
down.
oh my god.
Life.
Well, that's why they
wow.
call this Inferno Night. So it's totally in the spirit, right?
That's it,
Yes,
baby.
sir.
That's it.
Just
You're doing the
totally
work.
into.
Like, oh my god, life change. Like, you. Please don't ever stop. Please.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Encore. Encore.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh my god.
Yeah,
I wrote
you
that
know,
last
you just
week. That's a brand new
really
poem.
bring in the provocation and the confrontation and the challenge, and it's it's a little bit like Angie's poem, a little, about introjection. It's just classic. There's a fuck you in my stomach, and that's going to come out. You can't keep that in you, and you know, it's just about survival. What I liked about this poem was, you do what every poet has to do, self-disclosure, right? But you did it as a form of self-defense, and that was really cool.
Gotta fuck you in my stomach. Yo. Yo. Like, you gotta be careful when you start like that, man. Cause it's like, yo. Whether it's coming out of the attic or the basement, you're gonna get this work. And it's probably gonna smell like fuck you. Oh my goodness. Yo, that's that work, right? You said needing my softness but hating my spine. Fuck the guilt with a leash on it. Every love that needed me quiet to call itself safe. My silence is not an invitation. My spirit changed the locks. My beard changed the locks. Right. Come through with the fam, Medusa, for real. Yo, that's really the work. Thank you. Thank you for staying dedicated all the way through that poem. And not getting sidetracked, not getting distracted by someone who might have said, "Yo, that poem is not working," or you know what, maybe you shouldn't go all the way to 100 miles an hour. Maybe you should just stop at 65. Thank you for putting the pedal all the way to the fucking floor, for real. Like, work. Appreciate you, for real. And make sure you come back. That's that work. All right, we got 3 more artists before we get to the good luck round coming up next. This gentleman, and I don't have his work in my hand. However, this gentleman has been rocking for years. His energy is so felt around the world. I love his style. I love the way he writes poetry. I love the way that he delivers his artwork. He is the author of Light Shadow Life, as well as Let's Unmesh Life. He is also the host of his own open mic. This gentleman's incredible, y'all. The one and only Unmesh Mohitgar is in the building. Come on, Unmesh. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Great to see you all. It's wonderful to be at New York Cafe online open mic as always. And here we go. Obsessed with infinity ink, trying to reach Mars by clinging to the exterior of a rocket. Immense pressure, speed, friction to perform craft to perfection. Just like a donkey carrying load of perfection to immortality. It might never end. It just extends in cold space. The space which burns lamps of imagination, fear, and adventure. It trespasses your visible and invisible life, thoughts, and pain. See, friendship is a blessing. Powered by infinity ink, I started speaking the truth. Now I am left with only one friend. That is me. Not bad. People who hate themselves might say. Not bad, but definitely lonely. See, friendship is not easy. It's like cruising on the highway, getting speeding tickets, road always under construction. But when everything falls in place, green trees, free birds flying in the blue sky, then comes crash landings and rising from the ashes together. I'm scared to write the truth. My truth is scared that your truth will judge my truth. Shady truths judging each other in the corner of a shady, empty, crumbling palace of dreams. Whole life we have been running away from the truth. The truth enters on the page, eyeballing us, haunting dark, sleepless nights, never ending. I have written about love, life, heartbreaks, bedbugs, and rats. But search was about infinity ink. Last ditch effort, I started writing about infinity ink. Hopeless, futile, heartbreaking, at the same time, bright, rosy, optimistic, reassuring. It is the path which might not exist at all. Blade of grass, blooming flower, wilting tree, they all are painted in infinity ink, stamped by finite life. Life which entertains and loves the world. It also loves the ignored you who is sitting in the corner of a busy bus, trying to read the faded bus stop boards from the window, looking for directions that are only illusions that fade with time, Thank you. Thanks a lot.
I told y'all, this cat is like the original energy being around here, for real. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Unmesh Mohitgar.
Yeah. Awesome.
Beautiful done.
Yeah, I didn't want that to stop. You know, you had so many just the imagery was just amazing, first of all, Mish. And your performance is just just makes the whole experience. I mean, it was this line, a donkey carrying imperfection to immortality. I mean, that was just one of the lesser lines, you know. But I really like this tone you work up in your voice with this poem. It's like the tone of a witness who's kind of breathlessly recounting all this crazy, amazing stuff. And it just makes your work so intensely engaging.
It does, and that's why I said he's like the original energy being around here. Unmesh has been delivering his work like this for all the years that I've known him. Um, what I love about Unmesh's work is he writes in a way that's very accessible to his audience, right? And when you hear him deliver it, it's so in your face, but it feeds your soul, right? Mind you, folks, Unmesh lives in India. So it's like 6 in the morning where he is. And he always has this level of infectious energy. It's 8 in the morning. It's 8 in the morning there. Like really. And he always has just this level of energy that makes the world feel like the sun is coming up. It's amazing, Unmesh. It always has been. Like the Jedi Master said, carrying a load of perfection into mortality. Friendship is a blessing, powered by Infinity Inc. Masterful line, sir. Masterful. Thank you for what you do and how you do it. We truly appreciate you. All right. We got time. The next two poets, they're, how do I say this? They're gonna demand that you find a 5-point harness and strap yourself into whatever seat that you're sitting in. Because they're about to take you on the type of ride that is illegal for every carnival to have on the road. These are the types of things that you have to like dig into the concrete to hold on to, because they'll rattle your brain. Prepare yourself, please. Again, these next two artists are going to do what they do at full speed. Prepare yourself. Coming up first, listen, I didn't know that there was color in mythology, right? For all my life, they always showed it to be transparent beings. But then I learned Medusa was black. And then I learned she was a slam master of Spellbound. Then I learned that they are some of the baddest poets on this planet. And this is their slam master. Oh my goodness. The one and only Medusa was black is in the building. Spellbound is here. Come on, let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Come on, take it away.
Hi. Sorry, I kind of lost my voice going to Charm City over on Tuesday for that slam. So I was cheering too much. On Instagram it's medusa.was.black. And this is I have a new poem. It's the one I just read to you in CP. I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna get into it. I gotta close the chat so I don't get distracted. Oh, okay. I said, "Burr, it's cold in here. There must be some Trumpers in the atmosphere." After both of my parents voted for Trump, it hit me. I was raised in a Republican household, could hand deliver the Epstein files to my mom, She denied their existence unless I was a Fox News host redacting grab women by the pussy. Dad doesn't parlay politics with me. He always lavishes his Manhattans to the brim with "I said burr. It's cold in here. There must be some Trumpers in my..." Parents say they love me and cheer for ice in the same sentence. They've never felt heat to understand what cold really is. I have nightmared myself stiff-arming huggable trees, my body hung high up enough that my parents' hook and eye politics, trying to dog wood in the gallows, can't hang me in the forest like a hung jury in a Salem trial. I don't know if their love for me is a phenomenon or an affliction, like a bureaucrat's ordinance wrapped around a womb. Timber-yelling lawmakers chopping women down with ease is Paul Bunyan cosplaying as Swamp Thing. Because fuck the environment we come from, I still come from a Black woman. Still say, brr, it's cold. No quagmires on a highway hike to a hollowed out heaven to tread my face into can't convince me that I'll see the silhouette of my white parents in my reflection while they're praising haymaker or hail for pummeling watering holes into a tourist submission. So mom, ask Lake Lanier to tell you what happened to Oscarville. Dad, you can't Trump Tower my Manhattan taste test with fabricated ice. Y'all can't Mufasa my skyline. Uncoil the firmament, fashion it into a whip. Call it a coastline for the horizon when a Black body is murdered during an ice storm and no one around shares your morals. Mom, do you salt sidewalks hoping for liquidation from dusk to dawn? Dad, do you claim a stand your ground defense like a snowman forged over a fire hydrant? When you say you love me, I look in the freezer to see if the ice trays are empty or full of, I said, brr. It's cold. Being an interracial adoptee, it doesn't safeguard me from witch hunts. There is no underground ice skating rink railroad back to when I didn't know what a Republican was. Have you ever considered how your votes iced me into blueprints for a ransacked treehouse confined by a chalk line? Americanization is trafficking my body through the lumber trade. I am the wood and the chattering teeth, facing sleet slated to slay the innocent, creating chilled to the bone cadavers out of unsuspected saplings. Mom, Dad, why am I still not American enough for you to love me without using my Blackness to stoke your dry ice voting booth since I said, it's cold at home.
I said burr. I said burr. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Medusa.
I say
Medusa.
goddamn. Goddamn.
Somebody else to do it.
Goddamn.
Damn. Yes.
Get somebody else to do it. You are not allowed to do that phone in any competition that I am at. I formally protest right the fuck now.
Lady K, you
Formally.
better stop.
Formally.
Right now.
It's burr. It's
I'm
cold.
gonna say that you plagiarized somebody. I don't know who, but somebody.
I'm crying.
No, Lady K, we'll start chiming in. It'll be a group piece and it'll automatically disqualify her. I've
What y'all
already
don't know is
planned
it's
it out.
already a group piece. It's already a group piece.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's a part of the group? Okay, you can do it. Go ahead. Yeah, girl. That was fun.
I didn't sign up as an indie. All my indies count towards the team. So it don't matter. Like they took away my Slam Master Slam. So
Listen.
That was
You
so
still gonna
good.
salt those sidewalks all the way to Slow Pride because they got rid of the Slam Master Slam Trust because she was ready to redeem herself against the Slam Master of the
I don't
World
want to team
Trust.
up with these niggas. I want to beat them. I don't want to work with them. I want
We
to
don't
beat them.
just have to do it
I've
like
been
we
talking about
better
this
have
say
an
that
unsanctioned
shit.
one.
Since the
better
last one
It's just gonna have to
left
be
the
an
room.
unsanctioned one.
Before we left
We
the
gonna
room, I was talking
orchestrate
about
it.
whooping ass.
Okay. So that just
But
means
thank you
that we
so
need to
much.
have a side underground Slam Master Slam, right? And the Outlaws may put that on, right?
Yeah.
Like for real, the Outlaws may need to put that
Hey,
together.
talk to Daniel Garwood. He wants to make sure we get both, like get a rookie slam and a slam, like a separate thing. So
For
but thank
sure.
y'all for listening. I'm just happy to have gotten on and off for this night has been amazing.
Yo, I try to tell y'all. Man. For real, I appreciate you, Medusa, for coming through. For real, shout out Spellbound. There are so many fire ass lines in here. I said burr. Like The only person that I've ever heard say burr was in a comic book. Just saying. I've never heard my parents say they love me and cheer for Ice in the same sentence. Paul Bunyan cosplaying as Swamp Thing. No quagmires on the highway. Cat Mufasa by Skyline. When you say you love me, I look in the freezer to see if there's ice cubes. Stop! 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 Just don't. Okay, and I know we are running out of time, but I told y'all and I promised y'all the next two artists, and Medusa was one. And here comes number two. Outlaw in the building. Slam Master of the World. Keeper of Concrete. Razor Blade, that razor blade shaved with. Marine Corps kid with a crack halo and duct tape. Let the church say, God damn, here he comes again. This dude just does this, so prepare yourself for this work that he's about to give y'all. For real. and I'm looking forward to how he's, origamied it into this 3 minutes or so. The one and only CP Mays in the building. You know what it is, Outlaw. Shout out Soigné West. Shout out Double Dragon. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. Take it away.
Cool. Y'all can track me on Facebook or Insta at CP Maze, CPMAZE, one word, by the way. Something from the manuscript. It's called Volcanic Garter Belts. The volcano had a snooze button vagina monologue that dared me to outlast her boycott short curtain calls with a one-man standing ovation. Damned if you do, daredevil if you don't. Hell, she was known to cut off pickup lines during the rush hour rhetoric as if bothering her guardrails was too much traffic jam for Jameson or top shelf tequila to handle. Hell, she thought heaven was her high-priced hellfire hip bone, a heavenly hotbox office where she scalped tickets to her own mile-high thigh show, a desert of llama spit and loose-fitting lingerie. One hump will leave you raw and unsatisfied. Two humps, and you were halfway to an oasis of fake orgasms that were more make-believe than the mirage of maker-smart men who actually believed she was made for them. Volcanic garter belts. No blue-blooded Slim Jim could crack the locks on her payroll's chastity belt. High-priced lawyers who perpetually filed crotchless briefs could, though. Truth is, whenever she took off her Victoria's Secret thongs, two of her timeshares were always paid off, but only when the judges whom her rent was running circles around their discovery cards dry. Any paycheck pelvis patron with the proper paperwork would do. The last time you could say she was broke was back when her heart was, back when her hymen was, back when the backbone to our beautiful wasn't some revolving nut house. When she told me she had publishing credits in the Devil's Playbook, I should have believed her. Volcanic garter belts. I've never been the type to sip wine and recite communion. I'm more of the the moment in time again type of forgiveness taker, taking chance, taking shots for every day to God to create earth behind on the risk taker of shots for every day to God to gunsling Adam right out of the garden of good and eating. And our type of love was the type of truth that truth was willing to die for. Too much soul for any shot glass, a shower curtain, a whole fuck. Coconut milk, whiskey glass, ass shooting the stars right out of my moonshine orgasms with you came with other conditions that may apply. Side effects might include the swaddle of silk breath, of alcoholic sexy, of beautiful, backwash into a birthday suit, just blow out all the candles and make a pearl tongue's well-placed wish. Please, darling, pretty please. Poem.
Ridiculousness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for C.
Yes,
CP.
Yeah.
See,
Sir.
CP, I have to say, I've been doing this thing for quite some time now, and you and Paul are what I strive to grow up to be. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Seriously.
Amen.
Seriously.
Mhm.
I find that I build up my energy because of artists like you, and I build up my depth because of people like Paul. So thank you.
Wow, thank you. That's
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's a combo there.
Yeah, you just made my week, darling. That's crazy. Yeah.
Well, thanks again, CP, for just, putting the bellows on the fire here. Because you just pump that flame way up over the roof. To me, obviously, this is like a tribute poem, but I also like, because I don't, in a lot of your poems, I never pick up satire, but there was a level of gleeful satire in a lot of the passages here, and it just really came off in your tone, and it made the poem so much more enjoyable the way you did it. And people come down on men all the time for putting women up on a pedestal, but you didn't do that. You put the woman up on a poem, and you did that in such a ferocious way, too. So, thanks again.
Appreciate you. Thank you. Yeah,
You said
thank you.
our type of love is truth that truth is willing to die for, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for that. For all of
Yeah.
it.
CP, Elemental says you're the future poet laureate of the planet Earth. I'm saying years from now, there's going to be graduate students doing papers on things like the role of liquor in the poems of C.P. Mays.
And panties, the role of panties.
Yeah, for sure. Yep.
There's power in boycott. There's power in the boycott. That's all I'm saying is that there's power in the boycott. That's all I'm saying.
In the front,
just so you know,
in the back.
CP, I introduced your work to somebody new, you and Elementals today, who just started writing, and they found both of y'all to be very, very dope. So,
thank y'all.
I like that, Craig. That's a great thing. I think that's a great thing to do. You just throw people head first into some of the most advanced and intense stuff. Because
oh my God, I do that to Paul stuff Paul, I make people listen to your stuff all the time. I do it. I'm always like, you got to hear Paul, and they're like, I didn't know that could be poetry. I'm like, yeah. I do it all the time.
Yeah, can anybody that has a YouTube page put it in the chat too? Because I'm I'm building my YouTube up, my playlist and stuff of poetry videos.
I mean, listen, all you have to do really is come through on a Thursday night. Make sure you are subscribed to the New Eurekan Poets Cafe channel and come through and recognize how the greatest community in the world is not just a name. It's not just a moniker. But if you've been here long enough to hear all of this incredible artistry, I mean, it encompasses the entire spectrum. It encompasses the entire galaxy of artistry. I mean, this is like for real, like I can truly say that I have one of the greatest jobs in the world. Do you hear yourselves? Like, honestly, do you hear yourselves? And how much poetry is singing your praises? Each and every one of you. How the ancestors of poetry are singing your praises, right? Can you imagine what's going on in the afterlife of poets, right? They're like, yo, like, did you hear this? Like, no, that one's mine. Like I told y'all, I was trying to tell y'all when they were knee high to a grasshopper that they were going to be one of the dopest in the world. And now here they are, right? Like, we are the embodiment of true creativity, of inspiration. I know I'm biased. I know that. Before I say what I'm going to say, I know that. But I know the best poets in the world. Really. I do. And listen, I'm not talking about slam. I'm not talking about page. I'm not talking about academia. I'm talking about the best poets in the world. I don't give a damn what stage you perform on. I don't give a damn how many times your page has been glorified. I'm talking about the people in this world who love doing what we do. We have run out of time for the live stream, but stay tuned. I will jump into the cipher for all the folks who are still on the list that want to get down. Please stay tuned. Because there's at least 4 folks in here. Shout out Inspiration. Shout out Master Shy. Shout out Nemo Soon. Shout out Dre Reyes that want to come and rock. We will definitely rock in the cipher, so stay tuned. But we are going to end the live stream like this until we meet again. May this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim our strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Till next week, peace and blessings.